What's up, everybody? Hey, it's Charles from HumbleMechanic.com taking Drew's question. He's got a sticking fuel door. Charles, our Tiguan's fuel door keeps sticking. When you press the door, it doesn't open regardless of how we orient the cap lanyard. We have been using a screwdriver to pry open the door, and that works. Any better solutions? Thanks, Drew. Drew, good question. Common problem. Most likely, issue is that little actuator that locks and unlocks the door is probably bad. Not common where like all the Tiguans have this problem. Common enough that as soon as I read that question, I'm like, you probably got a bad actuator. On the Tiguan anyway, that's the most common concern. There are a couple of other things that could be. There's actually a tech bulletin telling you to do something really dumb, like lock the car, go back to the fuel door, unlock it, and kind of vary the amount of pressure you apply to the door and see if it'll open that way. I've actually gotten that to work, and then it almost like that resets it. I've also seen issues where you actually need to file down a little bit of the fuel door. If you just take a file or like a piece of emery board and file it down a little bit, a lot of times that'll keep it from hanging. Here's what I would probably do. Lock the car, go back around to the fuel door, unlock just the driver door, so hit your fob one time, and see if you can hear that. You should be able to hear that little actuator moving, unlocking basically. If you don't hear that, it's probably bad. We've put a bunch of them on to the point where I think the dealership stocked it. So that would probably be the most likely situation. If you lock it and then go back around to the fuel door, unlock it, and you don't distinctly hear that piece click, like it's noticeable, you'll hear it. You may want to put your ear down by the fuel door, right? You don't even need to do that. You can hear it. That's why I don't want you to unlock all the doors. Just unlock the driver door so you're not confusing the sound of the door lock unlocking and then the actuator unlocking. If you don't hear that, almost guaranteed you got a failed actuator. You really could do your full diagnosis on it and get your multimeter out and check power and ground and signal when you hit it and make sure it gets power. If you have the capability of doing that, then I would do that. If you don't, it's a cheap enough-ish part and a common enough failure that I'd probably go ahead and put one on. That was my approach anyway. I would take care of the little tech bulletin dealio, lock the car, go back around. When I unlock it, kind of apply a little bit of pressure. This will take you like 5 or 6 times to do it. If this works, it almost never worked for me the very first time, 10, 15 times even, and see if that works. But again, man, odds are, gut feeling, right? I do have a gut feeling on this one that the actuator for the fuel door release is bad. So good question, man. Hey, when you guys get these questions and we have an answer very specific like this, do me a favor in the comments, update and let us know if that's what it was. If you want a question on a show like this, email me, charles@humblemechanic.com. It says it right down here on the bottom. Put question for Charles in the subject. Ask the question in the very first line. Give me some space, give me the details below. That super helps when I'm trying to answer your question because I know what your question is. If you want exclusive content, discounts you can't get anywhere else, and to support the show, check out the crew membership program. You can also support the show if you like the work that I do over on Patreon as well as on Amazon. The Amazon one's great because it costs you this many dollars. Just buy the stuff you buy on Amazon anyway. I get a tiny little bit of kickback on it, which does actually help out quite a bit. If you're a social media-er, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, Snapchat. All right, guys, great questions. Keep them coming. Shoot the emails my way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.